Welcome back, family. Sir here. In this video, I want to give you a housing market update, and I want to talk about an article that was just put out this morning, December 5th, 2022, where Black Knight talks about price declines, the lack of inventory, and I have some positive news for you renters out there. Stick around. Now, to those of you who are new to the channel, I am Sir Ashley. I am a realtor and investor here in the Carolinas. And on this channel, we talk about money and real estate. If you're interested in buying or selling in the Carolinas, please reach out to me. If you want to know more about the Carolinas, I have another YouTube channel where I speak solely about the Carolinas and what it's like to live, work, eat, and play in North and South Carolina. But now let's jump into this report from Black Knight. And if you're interested in housing, this is something you want to pay attention to. Now, as you see, this article came out at 9 a.m. this morning, and it refers to Black Knight's HPI, the home price index, and it says prices continue to pull back in October. The month had a 0.43% decline, but it goes on to say that the annualized appreciation slowed to 9.3%. So I'm not sure if you're aware, in a normal housing market, home price appreciation is anywhere from 2 to 5% annually. There's still a 9.3% annual appreciation in home prices. So yes, prices have come down, but that does not mean that there is a housing crash. And as we go further on, you'll see that there's a leveling out based on inventory, which we'll touch on. We seem to maybe hit the bottom, and interest rates are coming down as well. But this is a key note. This is the smallest such decline since May of 2022. So while prices are still declining, this is the smallest there's been, and the next couple of bullet points are, I believe, the reason why the decrease in prices are starting to level off. New listings were down in October 19% compared to 2017 and 2019 levels. Now, if you've been following the channel, I've been talking about this housing market and how 2020 and 2021 were just crazy years. You can't really compare this year to those 2 years. There's no other 2 years in our history that can compare to those two. You have to go back to prior to the pandemic if you want a certain gauge. And Black Knight did just that. They looked at new listings from 2017 to 2019, and they were down 19% this year. So that means there's a lack of inventory hitting the market. And with a lack of inventory, that's going to cause prices to level off. Moving on, it says 3 months of stalled inventory growth is softening the downward pressure on home prices, and home affordability remains near 35-year lows. So as I previously said, because there's not enough inventory hitting the market, we're not seeing prices come down. The simple basic principle of supply and demand is always at play, no matter the product or commodity. So because there's not a lot of inventory, prices will not come tumbling down. And that's why we are at the end of 2022, and all of those people saying there's going to be a crash in housing prices nationally are looking sort of foolish, well, very foolish, because there has not been a crash in housing prices. Housing is actually still up 9% year over year. Now, to those of you who are comfortable renting and don't mind living in apartments, this is positive and welcoming news to you. For the third consecutive month, prices on rentals for apartments have come down. They've come down the fastest they've ever come down, with the exception of the pandemic lockdown. And that is positive and welcoming news to you, because that means lower cost of living, because apartment prices are coming down. And as we look into the future, there's 1 million more units that is going to hit the market in 2023. Now, that's going to cause more inventory, and that inventory is going to cause prices to come down and put a downward pressure on prices for people that want to live in apartments. So what we're seeing in apartments, the flood of inventory bringing down prices, is exactly the opposite than what we're seeing for single family homes for sale, because the inventory is not hitting the market. Therefore, it's not causing prices to come down, and not come down at a fast enough pace to where people think it is affordable. On a positive note for you home buyers out there, interest rates have been going down for the last 3 weeks, and although prices have not come down as fast as you would like, new home builders, if you're in a position to buy right now, new home builders are increasing their incentives and lowering the prices of their homes for inventory that is completed or just about to be completed. So if you're in the market to buy, new construction may be the way to go because you can get excellent deals right now. And if you're wondering how to buy a home, be sure to check out this video right here where I walk you through step by step. I'm Sir Ashley. Talk soon.